Sri Parasakthi Vidyalaya Cbse Class 4th Subject Science.
Next, plants in swamp. The regions where the soil is clay, the water do not drain away. They are called swampy or marshy areas. The roots of the plant that grow here do not get air in the soil. So they have adapted themselves. Accordingly, the roots that grows outside the soil takes the air they need. For example, mangroves. Next, plants on sea coast. Coconut trees grow in coastal areas because they can survive in salty water and prefer areas of high rainfall. The seeds of such plants are carried off to faraway places by water. Okay, the remaining portion of the lessons will be discussed in the next class. Thank you. First, types of plants. There are different types of plants such as terrestrial, aquatic, insectivorous and non-green plants. Terrestrial plants means plants that grow on land. Then plants that grow in water are called aquatic plants. Some plants are carnivorous in nature. They are called insectivorous plants. And the non-green plants do not have chlorophyll. Okay, first terrestrial plants. On land, there are plains, mountains, forests and deserts. Some places have very heavy rainfall and some have less. Some have strong wind and some have snowfall and some are very hot and dry. We find different kinds of plants in different areas because plants need to adapt to the natural conditions. Plants need to adapt to the natural conditions of that area to be able to survive there. Plants need to adapt to the natural conditions of that area to be able to survive there. For example, you will not find a coconut tree in a desert because desert receives very little rainfall. First one, plants in plains. Plants growing in plains can be grouped into two categories. Plants in areas of less rainfall, plants in areas of heavy rainfall. First, plants in areas of less rainfall. On the plains, there are variety of plants. They generally have several branches and leaves to protect themselves from cold. They shed their leaves in autumn. Some examples are neem, peepal, gulmohar, ashok, sesam and sal. Next, plants in plains in areas of heavy rainfall. Plants in areas of heavy rainfall. In this area, we see sharp contrast green color because water is abundant. Here, the trees have lots of leaves. They remain green throughout the year. The plants on mountains, for example, are green in color. Hence, they are called evergreen forest. For example, rubber, teak, cotton, sugarcane, etc. Next, plants on mountains. Here, the trees are tall and straight, so that the snow can easily slide off. Instead of flowers, they have cones with seeds inside them. The leaves are needle-like and have a waxy coating to survive the snow and cold. For example, pine, fir, cedar, etc. Next, plants in desert. In desert, there is very little rainfall. The climate is very hot and the soil is sandy. Yet some plants or date palms have adapted in these conditions. The desert plants have the following features. They have no leaves to avoid loss of water. Their stems are green and food is manufactured here by photosynthesis. There are no branches but thorns to avoid eaten up by animals. Water is stored in the fleshy stems. Good morning. Welcome back to 4th Science online class. In today's class, we are going to learn a new chapter, How Plants Survive. 7th chapter, How Plants Survive. We all know our earth is very big and it has different areas like forest, plain land, water, desert, sea coast, etc. Wherever we go, we will find different types of plants. For example, the plants found in the desert are different from these found in the mountains. Do you know why? Do you know how these plants survive in the extreme climatic conditions? Okay, let us see this lesson.